FN 50222.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
What did you just about have to?
I just about had to borrow a light mount from you guys on for my AR. I ended up ordering one. It's supposed to be here Friday. I need it by Saturday. So
Why would you borrow it? What do you need it for? Oh, for
because
your...
I'm going out camping back. Well, not really, we're hiking in probably, I don't know, quarter, eighth mile, not very far, but I need an AR, but my AR is pretty fucking worthless if it doesn't have a light on it at night. So
You don't have night vision, loser?
Aesthetic.
I do not.
If you do have night vision, does your red dot have a night vision capable mode?
I got Holocene, so I assume it does. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, you are not.
Thank God.
Hey, anybody who's watching, shout out in the comments, guys. Let us know
if
you're
you're here. If you're here, say something below. Say hey. Say what you're drinking. Say hey.
God, you need to stop.
That's becoming a habit, and I'm not a fan of that at all.
I love doing it because it pisses you guys off so bad. It makes me happy.
Uncomfortable.
Yep.
Makes me very happy.
We'll start as soon as somebody in the comments says Sam is a douche.
Well, that's not going to take very long.
That should not take more than 2 seconds.
Hey, Josh, got your crown? I haven't had crown in a long time. What is everybody else drinking? I know there's 10 people in here.
Miles says Sam is a douche. Cliff says fuck off, Box. Such a loving audience we have here.
Somebody, is he defending me?
No, he just likes to tell me to fuck off.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
To answer your question, Sam, I'm drinking a Boulevard unfiltered wheat beer, the Hazy American Classic. It's quite tasty, actually. It's not too bad. Not my normal drinker, but it's not too bad.
Sounds like a bitch drink.
Why?
I'm just totally fucking with you. No,
it's
no
just
reason.
A regular old beer.
I'm just messing with you.
I mean, it's no White Claw or anything.
I am drinking the champagne of Iowa myself. Typical Busch Light.
Right. Okay. Well,
you're a pretty typical dude.
Hey,
not really. Thank God. Thank God for. Well, I don't know.
I'm anything but typical, I think.
Atypical, some might say.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close to it. Okay, so we can get started now, boys. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to episode 40 of Gears and Beers, the live portion of the Life Short Live Free podcast, where three freedom-loving, gun-toting capitalist pigs talk about gear we love, gear we hate, gun industry news, and give or take about 23 other random tangents. Tonight on the agenda, the Cloud Defensive Pistol Light, the withdrawal of the David Chipman nomination, HK's 22 Caliber Mp5, the CZ P-10M, the Trailblazer Firearms Pack9, and what is enough? Our panel tonight is made up of Mr. Andrew Johnson, Sam, the owner of Shyworks, and I'm your host, Box. This show is sponsored by Shyworks, Iowa's preferred Cerakote applicator and ballistic imagery. Sam, tell us a little bit about Shyworks and what you have going on over there.
Well, actually, today I was working on a Taurus 357 revolver. I was converting that into a Harley Quinn gun, actually. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the black revolver with the gold scroll work and the white grips. But that's kind of what I do over here is I take your gun and your vision and kind of turn it into something, whatever you're going for, whether it's a movie prop or a game prop or a game, a gun on a game or just something that you see in your mind. And that's what I pride myself in and what I do here. So check us out at shyworks.com. Also, we got all sorts of lasered magazines and Glock backplates and all sorts of goodies on our website. Go check them out at shyworks.com. And use coupon code LSLF10 for 10% off everything in your cart.
Yes, sir. We are also brought to you by Ballistic Imagery, photography, videography, and wall art for those of us that love freedom. Take your business to the next level by giving it the look it deserves. They can provide you with product photos for your website, lifestyle shots for an advertisement, content for your social media, or even film a full-blown commercial. Or if you're just looking to hang something on your walls, check out ballisticimagery.com and use code GearsandBeers for 10% off your order. Ballistic Imagery, bulletproof quality. See for yourself on Facebook, Instagram, and ballisticimagery.com. Okay. The formalities are out of the way. We can get back to the fucking bullshitting, guys. I see it there in the comments. Miles is actually watching on YouTube. That's a positive thing. He also says, I've got a back pocket brewery murder horn. I am intrigued by that, Miles. What in the fuck is that?
Is it I don't know if it's a beer or if it's, a legitimate horn.
A legitimate murder horn?
Right.
Cliff. Yes, Sam.
Is it like a murder horn, kind of like the mud horn of in the Star Wars universe, or something way cooler?
What the hell? What? What's in the Star Wars universe?
Mud horns.
I guess mud horn's a big. Never mind. Over your head. Yeah, way over Box's head.
I'm not real big on the Star Wars universe. Excuse me. Cliff, P320X Carry Legion. What about it? Are you just trying to rub this in our face again? He messaged me a picture of one the other day, so apparently he's proud of it.
Wow, Miles says Belgian style beer, 10.7% alcohol.
Nice.
And Box isn't enough of a nerd. He knew what I was talking about.
Dylan says mud horn, murder horn, anything is a dildo if you're brave enough.
You are gosh darn right.
Good clean family fun.
Hey, Box, do you want to touch on the Subscribe Star giveaway before we dive in?
I mean, you never said anything about it when I asked about it earlier, so if you want to, sure, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I had a busy day. Yeah. If you guys do not know, we also have like what they kind of like a Patreon. If you want to contribute to the podcast and help us do this just a little bit every month, we offer stuff on Subscribe Star. You can do as little as 50 cents per episode, all the way up to however much you want to give. And you get, in return for that, you get early access to podcast episode. As soon as I'm done editing them, I throw them up over there. You get access to giveaways, uncensored podcasts. So all the times that we say fuck on the normal podcast, which some episodes is quite a few. There's none of that, no beeping, nothing over there. Access to Subscribe Star only shirts. This is one of them. Slam and brews and shooting pews. And we got the same in a patch. So these are accessible only to our Subscribe Star. You guys think you would get used to this by now? You still laugh at me every time.
It's still funny. It's still funny.
I wasn't laughing because you messed up. It was because you messed up such an easy word like slamming.
Salmon.
I was trying to read it on the screen at the same time, but anyways, can someone post a link in the comments there if you want to check it out? Head over there. And so here's the deal: we're going to give away a shirt to all our to one of our Subscribe Star patrons within the next 2 weeks. So head over there. You can subscribe, like I said, as little as 50 cents a episode, and within, I think next Gears and Beers, we'll be giving away a shirt to everybody. So also some, depending on what level you subscribe at, we give you free patches, free stickers, shit like that. So yeah, go check it out.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay, can we move on, or is there anything else we need to touch on before we actually get into the show?
No, we better get in the show.
Okay.
Move it along.
Start with the news. It's kind of nice to have that little 5-second interruption there. It gives me a chance to organize my shit, you know? It's kind of nice. Anyways, first up in the news tonight, Cloud Defensive I'm sure a lot of you have heard of them. They manufacture weapon lights, flashlights. And over the past, 2 months, month or so, Mod Light, they released their first pistol light, the PL350, which went over, well, it was very impressive for a pistol light, but it is rather large. And there was some people complaining about a few small issues with it, which I'm sure is just growing pains, and they'll probably be resolved fairly quickly. But it is a large light. That light puts out 1,350 lumens, 54,000 candela, and is like a $330 light. And also, it does not have momentary on, and it sticks out at least another inch from a G17 slide. So
Yeah.
Cloud Defensive, well, let me continue on Mod Light here. There was kind of a little kerfuffle there for a while with Mod Light.
Kerfuffle?
Yeah, kerfuffle. And Mod Light is kind of known for not really handling their social media the best, and there's a lot of people kind of thinking, hey, Mod Light is kind of assholes. So Cloud Defensive is kind of capitalized on this, and they've been working on their own pistol light for a while now. And they posted about a week and a half ago some potential stats, I guess if you want to call them, for their own. And their pistol light will put out upwards of 50,000 candela, around 1,200 lumens. It will have momentary and constant on, and it's shorter than a G17 slide, and it's modular, so you can adjust or set up the switching however you would like. They say that switching has never been done like this, so they're really setting everyone's expectations pretty high with what they're saying about this thing. They're saying thousands will be ready to ship on launch day. They're going to have as many done as they can and on the shelf and ready to ship when it's launched. They're saying it will redefine what you expect out of a pistol light. So I don't even actually own a pistol light myself, but just reading through this stuff, what they've posted, I'm actually kind of excited about that, because that's, like I said, the Mod Light is like an inch longer at least than a G17 slide, and this one is shorter than a G17 slide and almost the same power. That's pretty impressive stuff to me.
Yeah, because they were talking, you said 1,200-ish lumens, right? And the other Mod Lights was like 1,350.
Yep.
And pretty comparable candela, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty comparable throw. So yeah.
They say they don't give a time when it's going to be done. I like the way they're handling everything. They seem like pretty level-headed people. They're saying we don't know when it's going to be coming out. It's ready when it's right. So they're going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, I think.
Yeah. What rendition did they say they were on?
15.
Yeah, they were on revision 15 of this light. They're not just trying to hurry up and get something on the market to combat Mod Light. They are making sure it's built right.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
what'd you say what'd you say? Did you say that what the price was going to be, ballpark?
No, they don't have a price on that yet.
Mm-mm.
I imagine
it'll come in below Mod Light.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be probably in 275, 300 area.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would guess as well.
Yeah, like I said, I'm in the market now because, well, like I said, I'm going camping this weekend, so I needed a light on my AR, but I really think I should probably have one on my pistol too. It's just a little bit different for me with a pistol because I can have that flashlight. I always carry a flashlight, so it's hard for me to talk myself into putting a weapon mounted light on as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, what are the no? Okay.
Not me, I guess. I want a light on every gun I have, honestly.
To be honest, I was kind of blacked out there for a second. I was thinking of the word kerfuffle some more because they're talking about it. They're talking about it in the chat, and I was kind of...
Vox is looking at me like I'm fucking retarded. I'm like, it's all right, whatever.
I don't know. I really think that every gun needs a light on it.
Yeah, but gosh dang it, they're a freaking pain in the ass when you're trying to buy holsters and shit sometimes.
Well, not really. If it depends. If you buy a well-known, reputable light,
Right.
and you're running it on a popular or well-known, reputable gun.
Yeah, if you buy a Streamlight or a Surefire, which are both pretty reputable lights, you can get holsters from anywhere for them. You know, TLR1 or Surefire X300. You know.
Plus, there is always. Yeah, I guess probably you wouldn't ever run a Surefire or a mod light, so I guess a Filster floodlight wouldn't really help you. But
see, the problem for me is I carry a 43X non-railed. Like I don't have the fancy new version yet. So
that's what I run. I got a flashlight. I got a Streamlight TLR6 on mine. I got a holster for it.
How do you mount it? Just right on the.
It goes. Trigger? Yeah. It's a clamshell double screw deal to where it goes around the front of the trigger guard.
Well, I'm going to have to do some testing.
It's not bright, but
no, I'm just going to have to do some testing out at night and see how, running a gun like this compares to, a regular weapon mounted light for me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
different.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, we should move on. That was just supposed to be a short little segment. How about we talk about David Chipman?
Johnson. Yeah, he really sucks, huh?
Whoa. God damn it.
Chipman! All right, so if you have been living under a rock or, you're like me and you try and avoid all social media whatsoever, you might not have heard that the White House withdrew the nomination of David Chipman to lead the ATF. On the 9th, 6 days ago, they put out a statement basically saying how good of a guy he is and how qualified he is. And then, unfortunately, Republicans in Congress have made it clear that they intend to use gun crime as a political talking point instead of taking serious steps to address it. Well, first of all, that's not what the director of the ATF is supposed to do. That's not his job. Like that, no. Appointing a director of the ATF does absolutely nothing to combat gun crime, right? Quote unquote gun crime, which isn't a real thing because it's just crime,
Yeah,
but
right.
I don't know. Maybe the FBI, the local police could take care of that. But anyways, so they put out this statement basically saying that they had enough votes and pushback to take back that nomination. So they withdrew his nomination. Although I don't believe that we've seen the last of David Chipman. So basically they didn't want to put him, and the reason certain Democrats opposed appointing him was because it does look bad to appoint someone to the director of the ATF who has directly worked for so many gun control activist groups and pushed so hard to be anti-gun that they're like, yeah, we can't even support this. Like, we will get butchered in midterms if we try and appoint this guy. So they've withdrawn his nomination for director of the ATF, but they are not getting rid of him. Supposedly he is in talks with Biden right now to basically Biden kind of asked him, what do you want to do? We'll give you a job as a federal employee. What do you want to do? And it's sounding more and more like they're going to create this what the hell was it? Gun violence czar or gun control czar or some shit like that, and create this position and give it to him. And he can just go,
so basically he'll
go wild with whatever the hell he wants to do to try and get rid of guns. Yeah.
Basically, he'll have no legal power. He'll be able to do absolutely nothing except masturbate to gun control videos.
Yeah, pretty much. They're going to put him in charge of pushing all these pro-gun control bills is basically what he would be doing, is promoting all of the anti-gun bills and agendas that they're trying to push.
I thought that's what Beto O'Rourke was going to do.
That's basically, that was that position. But it's sounding like instead of having Beto O'Rourke doing it, they might have Chipman do it. If they decide to do it.
Federal Department of Sanitation sounds great for that guy. No, I think that'd be
a few days later, 2 or 3 days after they withdrew that nomination, that they're really pushing to get somebody in there. And King, I can't remember the guy's, Angus King of Maine. He was one of the Democrats who was against, or, voted to not put Chipman in. And he says, and it's kind of worrying because his quote was, "I hope it will be an ATF professional, and I would be delighted, and I am very much for it. I have a couple of names." So he's really pushing to get a new director of the ATF in. He just knew that he was going to get murdered in midterms after all the all the pushback on Chipman. So he's like, yeah, let's just get another ATF agent, somebody just like Chipman in there who hasn't, basically they're just wanting somebody just like Chipman who hasn't been so vocal about being anti-gun.
Someone who wasn't photographed on the Waco ruins and that was legit just a PR nightmare for them. There was no way he was getting in, but they basically want the same dude, just somebody who isn't, publicly known as being, pushing for Giffords and, every town for gun control and all this shit. And a definite racist.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, does it fucking matter? The ATF is clearly a compromised. They're a compromised bureau at this point. So what does it really fucking matter who gets in there? I mean, I'm glad that Chipman is gone, but at the end of the day, they're going to do commie shit, whether there's somebody at the head, an official head of them or just a temporary head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what they're going to do, they're going to nominate a more moderate guy. He's going to get in and life is going to go on. And we're going to keep, the ATF is going to keep being a bag of shit. I mean, that's the sense until they get reined in somehow, or they break down the wrong door and,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to get there. Everybody knows it's going to get there. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we moving on?
I believe so. I think, sure.
Sam.
I mean, I could bitch for another 10 minutes if you want me to, but I was drained.
No, thank you. I've had enough of your bitching. Sam, how about you tell us about this super, super duper exciting CZ P-10M?
Yeah, I should have researched this a little bit more before I said I would talk about it, because it is fucking boring as shit. As far as CZ guys, I understand that there's like a cult following for CZ, and I don't quite get it myself, but whatever. So this is just basically an offering for them. There's nothing new and exciting about this. It's as Bach said, it's a CZ P-10M. It's basically just a micro compact. But the problem is it's got none of the features of the micro compact that are in the game right now. I was reading through the features of it, and as soon as I saw this, it's got a 7+1 capacity. So it's like, I don't think CZ offers anything that is directly competing with the 43X or 365, all that new shit that's come out, the like stack and a half stuff that are getting 10 to 15 round capacities. So that, as soon as I saw that, it's like, well, what's the point? I will go into other detail about this. I mean, it does have some good points, I guess. It's got the feel of a CZ, and if you ever held a CZ, they're nice. They're nice guns. I mean, they feel good. They aim well. Just they feel well, and they feel nice in the hand. This one in particular, they did away with the slide stop button, which was an interesting choice, I think. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when you rack it back with an empty mag, it stays there, and then you can hit that little lever and it slides it back home. But really, there's a lot of people that train to not even use that at all. So, I mean, on a carry gun, that actually makes sense. That's the one thing of this gun that's kind of interesting. Basically, when you got an empty mag, slam a new one in, all you got to do is, pull the slide back again and it'll slide forward. So that's really the only interesting thing I found on this whole gun. So
I got a question on that whole no lever deal.
Yeah.
So when you drop that empty mag, does the slide go home?
No. To my understanding, no, it does not.
Okay. So they got some other mechanism in there that's retained.
I think essentially they just took out the external part of it, and the internal part of it is still there. That's my understanding of it. Don't quote me on that. But that's what I know of it.
I'm sure it acts just like a lot of other pistols, Johnson, where if you slam the mag home hard enough, the slide will release.
Right.
My M&P will do that.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, it's a very unexciting gun. I think this was released exclusively for the CZ fanboys. I'm sure it's not going to gain really much of any traction, but
the 7+1 capacity is just not it.
No, go back to 2008 and buy a freaking Smith & Wesson Shield, or whenever the hell that came out. I don't even remember when that was.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to include this, just because it's such a huge letdown. And what I thought was weird is they released this the exact same time as they released a P-10 long slide too. But nobody even gives a shit about that because everyone's just baffled about this decision. Why the fuck are you doing 7-round sub or micro compacts?
Right.
I mean, I think CZ has a pretty, as I said, fanboy audience, and I think this is exclusively for them. I'm sure they'll sell them because there's enough people that just don't give a shit about anything else other than CZ, and that's all right, fine, I guess. I don't understand it, but more power to them. If that's what they want to do, have at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know their fan base. Their announcement, I think they made an announcement post on Instagram, I think, or on Facebook, or one of those two, of like a lifestyle photo of some guy carrying it. And he was most hipster looking motherfucker. He was wearing like
hipster doofus.
Not quite skinny jeans, but he was wearing your typical hipster flannel shirt, and he had a big goofy looking beard. And
Don mentions what's with the 9x19 on the side. That's the official. That's just 9mm. That's all that means. That's just a long version of 9mm, 9x19.
Glocks say the same thing.
Yep.
Miles says so. No innovation. No innovation. Except, they got rid of the slide stop, but that's not really that innovative because I believe there's several others. Like the Beretta Nano did that years ago. That's a giant steaming pile of horse shit, but they did that back then. So no, it's not really that innovative.
Nothing to applaud here for you, huh, Sam?
No.
No. I tried to think of something. No.
Okay. Well, moving on then, I suppose, to HK, who has just released their 22 caliber MP5. They released both a pistol and a rifle version. The pistol comes with an 8.5-inch threaded barrel, and the rifle version, I couldn't be more let down by the rifle version here.
It is probably one of the ugliest goddamn things I've ever seen.
Really? It looks. Yeah. I'm fine with the look of it, but it has the 16-inch barrel to look, and it looks just like they modeled it to look like the MP5 SD, and it does. It looks pretty much just like it. But the suppressor, it's not a suppressor. It's just a sleeved fucking.
That's why I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, of course it is.
It's more like it's legit. It just reminds me of like the cheapest airsoft gun. Like with the fake suppress, just like a plastic barrel shroud, it's like they might as well have painted the end cap orange. think that's why it's so disappointing for me.
Yeah, that was a pretty big letdown. This isn't even manufactured by HK. This is made by another German company, Umarex or Umarex, however the fuck you say it. I think my BB gun in there is made by them too. My CO2 BB gun. So they do a lot of manufacturing for firearm companies, so they're not like total garbage. But I was surprised the price of these, both of them, both the pistol and the rifle, is only $479, which is it's not that bad.
No,
but the MSRP, or rather, I guess, is $479.
And sorry, Box, when you said the rifle, the 16-inch barrel, I legit thought you were talking about the SP5L. That's why I said it looks so stupid. If you go to HK's website, look up the SP5L. It's legitimately the MP5 pistol with the tail cap, but a 16-inch barrel. And there's no fake suppressor, no nothing. It's legit just an MP5 with the barrel sticking out another 8.5 inches out the end off of the front sight post.
So it's, I watched a video from the Firearm blog earlier.
I cannot believe this thing.
They unscrewed the sleeve of that barrel, and it's just so goofy because it's such a tiny little barrel. Yeah. 22 caliber barrel. It's goofy.
They have a pistol version of that doesn't have the cover over it. And it is stupidest looking thing I've ever seen. It's bad.
I am so tired of these stupid fucking gun laws that do absolutely nothing.
Oh, great.
Especially on a 22.
Right? I mean, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares, man? That's
cut ridiculous. That fucker off. Find somebody with a lathe, cut that fucking thing off, and have somebody thread it for you.
Boy. Stupid. Isn't there MP5 clones like every 22 clones everywhere? I mean,
I don't know that they're everywhere, but I think there's a couple places that make MP5 22s.
Oh, and by the way, these are polymer. These are all polymer.
Of course they are.
Not metal.
So it's not even a real MP5.
No.
Fun fact, you know those Gilboa snakes? I actually got several of them in the shop right now. Mm-hmm. Those are polymer lowers. I was absolutely fucking shocked.
Really?
Yeah. I would thought for sure as shit for that price that they were going to be aluminum. Nope, they're polymer lowers.
So I know like the MP5 doesn't the regular, like the traditional MP5 have a polymer lower but a steel upper?
I don't know. I think so, but I'm not positive on that. I believe you're correct, Johnson, but I'm
because those are like that's not even like a replaceable grip on a traditional MP5. It's just the whole lower, right? Because I want to say that Magpul offers MP5 lowers, I believe, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have expected those Gilboas to be a polymer lower.
I would. They're a stupid fucking rifle. Of course they have polymer.
They're stupid, but
they serve no purpose. But god damn it, they're cool.
Yeah.
Innovation.
Do you see do you feel that this was just HK's attempt at trying to make something affordable for once, possibly?
No.
I see this as HK just makes fun of everybody, all the poors all the time. So they're like, oh, we better let's just throw them a bone. Here's a $400 piece of shit. Enjoy yourself.
Right. Because, everybody wants an MP7 or a G36 that's not some ugly, whatever the hell they called this last one.
Yeah.
But, we're not going to give that to them. SL8, that's what it was. My God, that is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Why did they have to fuck the stock all up like that?
What do you mean on the
SL8?
The MP5?
No, the SL8 he's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's ugly as fuck. I don't know what.
Why did they have to do that?
I have no idea.
Because they're Germans and do what the fuck they want.
That's not what the G36 is. G36 has a pistol grip and a stock.
Miles says, "Hey Sam, I'm absolutely worthless but really cool. Don't hate." He also says,
I think it'll be an Instagram gun for posers. Yeah,
definitely. Like that's when I first saw this, I was like, I might be interested in having one of those one day, just if I had like a lot of money to blow. I mean, it's only a few $100s, but I'm not going to buy it when I don't have an excess amount of money. But then I realized it was polymer, and if I'm rich enough to buy a gun just for the looks, then I'll buy the real thing.
Yeah, I can't believe they made the upper out of polymer.
Box, also, did you see Cliff's comment that the CZ was still better than M&P?
Yeah. Cliff doesn't know
that was direct. I believe that was directed right at you.
He's mad because I called his 320 gay when he messaged me the other day.
I thought you really wanted one of those.
I did. I told him it would be less gay if he gave it to me. He didn't go for it.
Shocking.
Weird.
Shocking.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should move on after that bit of an awkward silence there.
Yeah. Right.
Well, yeah. So.
I had it. There was a part in there where I was waiting. There was a good segue opportunity where we were talking about bad ideas or something like that. So I was going to go. Speaking of bad ideas, moving on to this photo that we were going to talk about, Johnson.
Yeah. So those of you who know Such00 on like YouTube and Instagram and stuff, he's another gun tuber, I guess, gun reviewer. And I don't know how old he is. He's probably in his mid 50s, maybe. This fly that keeps going over my camera is going to absolutely drive me insane.
Me too.
Dude, it's really pissing me off. But he does kind of pretty much everything, reviews on everything, all kinds of gear, all kinds of magazines, guns, all kinds of stuff.
I have the photo if that's what you're searching for, Johnson.
No, I was trying to find his statement about the photo. So he said, I posted a photo on Saturday that was inappropriate because of gun safety. It was my fault. Should have taken a better look before I posted it. Took it down not to hide it, but because it was a bad example of gun safety. You'll most likely see it in a meme. So the photo is a little...
I'll throw it up here.
It's not good.
Fucking horrible, dude.
It's not good.
Like, what the fuck?
He was talking about, the caption with us was like, great day with new shooters on the range or something like that.
Almost every single person is pointing a gun at somebody.
Just about.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, I guess I never really got full confirmation, but I do believe he is a firearms instructor. And I believe this was a class that he was teaching.
Oh, yeah.
And that's terrifying.
Boy.
What kind of instructor?
Go ahead.
All you got to do to get NRA instructor is like fucking 8 hours a class. And that's it. I mean, practically anybody can do it.
So I don't know if this dude has any prior military experience or anything, but I think he's one of those guys who likes to look really like he really knows what the hell he's doing, but I don't think he really knows what the hell he's doing. I think he's like one of those guys who, he wants to be that 25-year-old operator, either again or just for the first time. I don't know if he has prior military experience or not, but he wants to be Matt Best. So like if you watch any of his videos of him shooting and stuff, he tries to be Mr. Operator, and he's not shy about it. Like he's definitely trying real hard. And it's like, I feel like I'm going to be a gun instructor. That's how I'll impress all these new shooters, that way I'll impress somebody. I feel like that's just the vibe I get from this dude. And it's like, looking at that photo, it's like, it's pretty clear. This lady in the plaid shirt's about to shoot her fucking own brains out. And then all these other guys just, everybody just grab your pistol, hang them over each other and fling them around all willy-nilly and I'll get a picture and post it on Instagram. Like, good Lord.
Did you look through the comments on his Instagram post? There was a lot.
I didn't.
There was a lot of good ones. My favorite one that I came across was somebody posted, "All right, guys, you know how everyone says cheese when you take a picture? Instead of that, we're going to point our guns at each other instead." And he just got absolutely demolished on Instagram. There wasn't a single good comment
for good
on it.
reason.
Everyone was like, "Dude, this is absolutely terrible. You need to take this down." And he did actually try and defend it in a few places. He was like, "Quit being a troll. I was there. Everyone's gun was pointed in a safe direction." We're like, "Guy, the picture is right there. There's no way that that gun is not gonna kill somebody."
Well, hopefully this he owned, and it sounds like he may have owned up a little bit to it. Hopefully he uses this as a teaching moment. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought he was, more on our side of this whole thing, on the gun safety realm of it. But hopefully he just owns up to it, says he fucks up and uses it as a teaching moment. But I don't know if he will or not. Who knows? I've never heard of this guy before, but just looking through the comments, apparently he's done lots of dumb shit before. Like he shot
through the fucking hood of his pickup, legitimately shot through the hood of his pickup, like laid down, to show people how tactical he is, and shoot across the hood of his pickup from behind cover, and just shot like 4 fucking holes right through the hood of the truck.
Didn't take height overbore into.
Yeah,
into consideration there. Then I believe he shot through a table another time, another negligent discharge.
Yeah, it's bad, and the bad thing is that the dude's an instructor.
Yeah, like he's just got one of those faces to me. Like his face just
really punchable. What is that on Step Brothers? He got a really punchable face.
Yeah,
is there anything I can do to fix that?
He just looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about to me. I mean, yeah, I'm wrong of me to judge a book by its cover, but he's just got one of those faces.
Not really judging a book by its cover when you have read a couple of the pages.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Miles, exactly. Instructor. Putting big air quotes around that.
You're not a firearms instructor until you've turtle fucked an ID-10 Tango. What in the fuck are you talking about, Don?
Yeah.
Idiot. ID-10 Tango.
What's turtle fucking?
I fucking turtles? I don't know.
I'm not about to Google it.
No, that probably would be a bad one to Google. I don't know.
He reminds me of Phil Hellmuth. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know him.
I can see that correlation. Poker player. Real douche canoe.
Military reference. Not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't get it. Just a lowly civilian here.
Yeah, we're not privy to that information.
Well, how about we move on to the main part of this show, where we talk about. I guess it depends on how much work Sam actually put into this segment here. The
fuck is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Miles says Box will Google it later in incognito. I live alone. I don't need incognito mode. Do what the fuck I want, Miles. Anyways, back to this. Sam is going to tell us about this gun called the Pack9.
Yeah. So, Box, are you going to put up a picture of this?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not positive where I am on this yet, but I would say it's a pretty innovative design. But essentially it is a backpacker gun that uses Glock mags. It is a 9mm. And there's a lot of these guns that fold. Okay. I mean, there's all sorts of those guns that fold. This one, the reason this is different is because it does not fold, but it pivots. So essentially the upper and the barrel and everything pivots backwards. So that the barrel and everything is over the stock.
Pointing at your shoulder, if one might say.
Well, I mean, I frankly, I don't find that as an issue.
No, I'm sure it's non-functional when pointing in reverse.
Yeah,
absolutely. I would hope.
Well, the bolt is actually locked to the rear when it pivots. So
it just reminds me of that pistol that you see on like memes, that is the pistol with the barrel pointing back, like the Glock flipped around.
Yep. And that's exactly what it is. When you flip it around, the barrel is pointing backwards, but it is unable to fire at that point because the hammer is in the frame. So it's physically impossible for it to fire. But anyway, the reason it does this is because it shortens the whole package down. That's what she said.
Barely.
And
must be cold.
You're right. It barely does. And it ends up shortening it by only 6 inches. So it's like, I mean, is it worth it? Is it not? But it is, I find it kind of innovative. I think this could lead to other things. When it is fully folded and everything, it's 20.9 inches long. So almost 21 inches long. When you fold it all the way out with the stock all the way extended and everything, you get up to 29.7. It does have a length of pull of about 14 inches. So it feels similar. I mean, it's going to be a pretty feel like a normal rifle once it's all folded out. Mm-hmm. With it open and the stock closed, or you're at 26.7. I measured this. I got this AR pistol sitting on the couch here. It's a Bush Light version of it. But when that is fully collapsed, I think that barrel's like 7 inches or something like that. But anyway, when that's fully collapsed, you're at 23 inches, or 20. Is it 23, 24, somewhere in there? But the interesting thing about this Pack9 is it does have a 16-inch barrel. So you are, you're following all the rules and the laws and all that bullshit. Whereas this pistol that is privy to, the ATF's reconsideration of pistol braces and all that fucking bullshit. So I could see where this does have maybe a place. The other cool thing, several cool things with it is, you can put an extra Glock magazine back in the stock. So when that stock folds, it will fit a 33 round mag. But when it's all the way collapsed and folded, you can only fit a 27 round mag. But either way, that's good ammo storage. And then if you can't see the picture of it, Google it so you can kind of have an idea what I'm talking about if you can't see it. But the magazine does go in the grip, just like a typical Glock. It is not like an AR style or anything like that. Yeah. It does have a Picatinny rail up top for you to mount red dots to. That's kind of nice. And then the other thing is it does use, get this, Glock sights. So there's Glock sights in the very front, and then also just in front of the Picatinny. So if you have the correct mounting system for your red dot, you can see through and still use your sights if you need to. It does have a charging handle, similar to kind of almost like an HK style, kind of. I mean, it's at like a kind of a 45 up there on the left side a little bit. So you can reach this. If you're lefty, you can still reach it with either hand. So that's kind of interesting. And I believe it does do kind of the whole slap thing, just like with kind of similar to the HK. It's aluminum and steel. I'm pretty sure the lower is the polymer version of it. And then it's aluminum and steel construction. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. I don't know how I feel about it. Also, this is by the same company that makes Life Card, that little 22 that folds up as a credit card. Yes, Box?
I know how I feel about it.
Let me guess. You think it's fucking stupid?
It's stupid.
Well, but I do see the point of it as compared to where everybody's like, well, why wouldn't you just use a 22 or an AR pistol? Well, this is actually a legit rifle, and it folds up into 20 inches. It's a 16-inch barrel, and you can get it down into a 20-inch package.
What about that Gao Air Force rifle? It's an AR that's got the takedown barrel and the folding buttstock.
Yep, there's other options. I'm not saying this is the best option.
So time out.
It just seems long.
Does the stock fold too?
The stock slides. It does not fold. So it's an
That's-
extendable stock, just like an AR.
That's yeah. I don't know. That's dumb. That's dumb to me. I don't get it. How that's fucking? You said it's 20 inches folded.
Yes,
And
20.9.
Okay, yeah, I see.
I mean, it is. I mean, so I don't know. You think about it, and what so you build an AR pistol. Well, if you build like a 4.5 inch barrel or even a 10-inch barrel AR9 with even just the folding stock, it's going to be that short.
Yep. But at the same time, there is absolutely nothing to say that 2 days from now, the ATF can't come out and say, well, fuck you guys, stabilizing braces are illegal. That is going to...
There's nothing to say that I'm going to fucking listen. Maybe I don't have a stabilizing brace in the first place.
That's fine. That's not the point. The point is, this is a legal option. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. All I'm saying is this is a 16-inch barrel that folds down into a 21 inch package. So I see the point of it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong or it's better or it's worse. I'm just saying it's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I guess I'd have to see it actually work, like flip around to see, like how fast is it to deploy? Can you just like hold the button, whip that sumbitch around and throw it into your shoulder and shoot? Or
yeah,
I mean,
there's a button on the top. All you do is press the button, flip it around, slam a mag home, and when it's stored, the bolt is stored backwards,
locked back.
So when you slam that mag in, all you got to do is it's like an HK style.
Hit that charging handle.
Charging handle. So it's relatively, I would say, relatively quick, depending on the situation. The other nice thing about this is, for us Glock guys, we got shitloads of Glock mags carrying, all over the place. We carry Glocks. So, I mean, if this is something that you get into a situation and your pistol is not going to be quite good enough, you need a little bit longer range or whatever reason, I don't fucking know, you have Glock mags right there, and that platform is, crosses right over. That's a nice thing too, possibly. Nathan asks about slam fire potential. No, there's no slam fire potential, because when it's in the locked back position, the bolt is locked back and the hammer is in the totally opposite. It's to my understanding, physically impossible for it to have an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather have
it is a legal option. I think there's much, much better options out there, but it is an option. I'll agree. It is an option.
I would rather have a larger or a better caliber in a shorter package rather than a 9mm in a 16. You're not really gaining that much with 9. I mean, you'll gain a couple 100 feet per second, maybe, out of 16.
Well, that's not really the point so much as to much easier to hit like man-sized targets at extended ranges. Whereas, especially while you're moving. I'm not saying it's the best option. I'm saying it's a option.
Yeah, but if I'm shooting at extended distances, I would rather have a real rifle round then.
Yep.
Okay. But if you need, really, if you think about it, if the range is, I mean,
I would rather be shooting.
It doesn't matter what range you're at. A rifle round is going to have better stopping power than a pistol round.
Absolutely. But at the same time, you can't carry a 16-inch AR in a 20-inch.
You don't need to.
20-inch.
Why does it need to be 16 if you say you got an 11.5-inch AR with a folding stock on it? That's a smaller package and a better round.
You're saying SBR it? Or you're saying a pistol brace on it.
Either way.
Well, there's nothing that, like I said, there's literally nothing to stop the ATF at this point from declaring that shit illegal. All I'm saying is this is another option for a 16-inch rifle.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it being beneficial if the ATF has declared them, but why create it beforehand? Their best pistol braces aren't illegal, you know.
Well, they're not right now, but I think you're fooling yourself if they're not going to be within 2 months. Yes, they'll be challenged, and ultimately, I think will probably ultimately be won. But you're batshit crazy if you don't think the ATF isn't going to do whatever the fuck they want right now. And if for a person trying to abide by the law, you know, obviously we're just like, well, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
Which brings us to our next point. Do not comply.
Yeah.
Don't smoke crack. ATF laws are crack, folks.
Nathan says it'd be interesting if that was a top-fed weapon with 60 rounds capacity. Well, I can't help you out with the top-fed part, but Glock does offer. Well, there are 50-round options for Glock guns, so I mean, you got that going for you, which is nice. Yeah. So I don't know. My overall thoughts on it is, frankly, I don't know how I feel about it. I think I would have.
It's an option. There's a lot of options out there. There's a lot better options out there, but that is one of them.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
One thing
I guess there is an option out there, Sam, that definitely rivals this, that I think is a better design. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, 9mm, 16-inch barrel, takes Glock magazines, and is probably shorter than this. Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Probably faster to deploy.
Yeah, you're probably
and it's more compact.
You're probably right. Can you have a red dot on Kel? Are you sure they don't fold into it?
Actually, you might be right on that.
I think
they might have the folding sights. You might have to have folding sights.
I think it folds in, but you're correct. I mean, that's another option as well, and quite possibly could be the better option. That's a solid weapon as well. It's tried and true. I mean, sure. I'm not saying that's not a better option.
Yeah, it looks like there's not even there's pick rail on the top, but I don't think you'd be able to do anything with it because it's got to be able to fold in half and latch. So.
Right, but what about if?
But on your backpack gun, do you really need a red dot? And I will say that these sights, I guarantee, are better than Glock sights on that thing. I feel like Glock sights on a rifle would not be fun to use.
Yeah, probably not. Well, yeah. The other option though is, I mean, I wonder how compact it would be if you just folded it and not if you have like a really small, say like Hollison 507K, just a really micro red dot on it. So even if it doesn't clip all the way down, you know, it'd be open still a little bit, but you'd still have a red dot. But that front sight might get in the fucking way as well, you know. So I don't know, it'd be something to play with.
Length folded on this is 16.25 inches on the Sub 2000.
That seems like the better option then, if you could have a red dot on it as well.
I don't know. It does have a 9.5 pound trigger pull.
What, the Kel-Tec?
Yeah, that's what they rated at on their website. Oof.
I've played with some. I feel like they're not fucking horrible, but that does seem pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think there's better options out there.
You're probably correct.
For sure.
Oh my God. you made fun of me for saying, hey, and you're saying for show.
I think this is like deja vu. I made fun of you for that on another episode, and I'm pretty sure you made fun of me for saying for show on that same episode.
Yep. Probably. Because we make fun of each other every time any of us say stupid shit like that. So
no.
Anyways, it's 9:30, Box. We better keep on moving.
Oh, you got somewhere to be?
No.
He's getting hungry. He needs dinner.
I am pretty hungry.
Maybe if you'd eat your lunches at like normal times.
I got a granola bar I'm fixing on eating here before too long.
I don't understand why you always wait till 10 o'clock to eat your supper. That's weird.
Because I literally work up until it's time to do the podcast.
Maybe
I don't have time to eat.
Yeah, I bet if you stopped bitching on Facebook so much, you would have more than enough time. I was just going to
say, what are we considering working? Because if it's picking fights with random Karens on Facebook, I don't know if I would call that work.
I haven't done much of that today. Actually, I haven't done really any of that today.
I mean, we're looking at a good 3-hour lunch here.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, right. What is the next topic anyways?
Well, I don't know. It's probably going to go nowhere. It was just a very vague question that I had. I don't know where it came from. I'm not even sure where I expect it to go. Just how do you... maybe
thought-provoking.
Yeah. Like, what is enough in terms of
firearms based or
firearms, not like enough
preparedness.
No, like however you want to take that, I guess. What is enough to carry, or what is enough to have in your safe?
Mm-hmm.
How do you take it?
All of it. When I have all of it, that's enough.
Is there such a thing as having enough or carrying enough? Let's start with concealed carry. Is there such a thing as enough?
Yeah. When you start being burdened by all the things that you're carrying and it's literally a detriment to your daily life, having to deal with all the things that you're carrying, I think you're past enough. You know, I got 14 flashlights. I got 6 tourniquets all around my waist. I've got, 3 pistols on my appendix. I've got 2, at like 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And then I've got 2 boot guns. And it's like, you remember that guy you see, the K-Bud save some pussy for the rest of us, the dude from Texas that's got 14 pistols on him. Mm-hmm. Like, that's enough. But
yeah, I think I absolutely absolutely I think there's enough, and I think enough for you as far when it comes to a carry situation is are you comfortable carrying that? Are you comfortable like when you go into any situation, are you good with what you have? And frankly, I have made that decision. I know what I'm good with, and that comes to be a Glock 43X and, and the other tools that I carry on a daily basis. And that is enough for me as far as carrying goes, because if you look at the majority, and I know Box is going to slaughter me for saying this, but if you look at the majority of concealed carry situations where they had to draw their weapon and fire, the massive majority are less than a magazine. So I certainly am not going to give you shit for carrying an extra magazine, but it's not something that I've made my decisions. And there are times when I do, but especially when I'm leaving, like say the state or going very far away, but I personally have made my decision on what is enough, and I'm comfortable and happy with what I carry. And I think that's a personal decision. As far as Box, I know you still carry an extra magazine?
On occasion, yeah. Not every day.
Wow. Really?
So I'll have 31 rounds, yeah.
So what do you think is enough?
I would say as much as you can reasonably handle and use
and conceal
competently. Yes.
Well, I could handle a 33 round magazine, but why? Like statistically speaking,
33 rounds. I don't go by
statistically speaking, the chances of me having to use that are almost zero.
Yeah, but
the same goes for
statistically, right? Statistically speaking, Sam, you don't have to worry about all of your food preps either, because in the United States over the last 3 generations, we haven't needed to prepare for mass power outages and yada, yada, yada. So if you go by statistics, nobody needs anything.
Yeah, but that is something that I enjoy.
I know.
I don't enjoy carrying an extra magazine.
I bet you'd enjoy carrying an extra magazine when yours is ran dry and there's still some dude hunting you down.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
But I have made that calculation for me as a person. I said I've made that calculation for me as a person, and I'm content with what I carry. And I think that ultimately, to answer your question, I think that ultimately is what it all boils down to. If you're comfortable with what you have, who cares what anybody else says? That's why no matter how much you two harp at me, like, I've made my decision. I know what I'm comfortable with.
Well, your decision is wrong and stupid.
I mean,
all right then, fair enough.
I don't know. I think, like, to me, it takes a while to figure out what you need to carry every day, right? As far as like firearm and stuff goes, it's not the extra mag thing to me. It's, I don't know. I can't really decide on that, because it's like, would I rather have it and not need it versus need it and not have it? Yes. Is it that much of a burden to me to add it to what I carry? No. Okay, I'll carry it. It's not going to make me print. It's not a burden. I'm already carrying a pistol. That's already, so I've already got something there. So what's the difference if I just add a magazine beside it? I'd rather need it and not have it.
See, for me, it's a burden, because I am a super minimalist guy when it comes to what I carry. I keep my pistol appendix.
It's not truly a burden. You view it as a burden.
Well, hold on, and I'll explain my reasoning here.
Okay.
I keep my pistol appendix. I keep my flashlight and my knife in my right pocket. Yeah. So I cannot keep my cell phone over there. I keep my cell phone in my left pocket, so I cannot keep an extra mag in there. And I keep my wallet in my back right pocket. So the only possible solution is to put a mag in my back left pocket, but you can't sit on that. So where am I going to put a mag?
Appendix?
Yes, I am carrying appendix, but I'm super minimalist when it comes to that. And I don't like having anything other than the gun and the smallest holster I could possibly find right there.
If you look, when you carry, Sam uses the same carry belt that I do. And
I do not like it, but yes.
Really? I thought you loved it.
Nope, don't.
Then buy another one. What's wrong with you?
Fixing on it. I'm fixing on it, yes.
Maybe carrying's just not for you, Sam.
Yeah, I think you should just sell all your guns.
You need a shoulder holster or something. The whole pants around the ass thing doesn't really work for you.
That's just how I am, guys. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Anyways, please. Oh, man. If we said that about anything else to you, you'd be like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. You can change whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anyways, with a rigid gun belt, if you're looking at it when you're carrying your pistol appendix, to the left side, or towards the weak side, on the top side of the slide of that weapon, there's a perfect area to stuff a magazine, and your belt isn't even touching there. There's plenty of area there because your belt is not tight, it's rigid. There's a loop there. You just plop it down in there, and you don't even notice it.
I don't like it. I'm a minimalist guy. Like, I've got what I want to carry, and that's that, man. That's like, I maybe possibly you're right, but even so, I found what I like and what works for me and what I'm comfortable with, and that's fair.
I think, yeah. I don't know. Have you tried different like mag carriers for carrying mags appendix?
No,
So you're not even willing to try it. You're just like, no, I don't think I'd like that. So no.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So so basically what you're saying is your opinion is invalid because you haven't tried it.
No, my opinion is that no, time out. My opinion
You haven't tried it, so how the hell do you know?
I am not, because my opinion
Doesn't
is
make
my
any
opinion
sense.
for me. I'm not pushing my opinion
Yeah,
on
but you don't
anybody
even
else.
know for you.
I do know for me. This is what I like.
You haven't
This
tried
is
it,
what-
so how
this
do
is
you
what
know?
works for me? This is what. So why do you care what I do? I'm rolling with what works for me, and I'm not pushing my opinion on anybody else. What the fuck? Why do you care? That's literally the definition of freedom, Johnson. Live free is in our name. Let
I understand.
me be free.
No,
I
do
am.
what we think is right.
I'm saying that you haven't tried and you're literally telling yourself that you won't like it. That's the same thing you said about appendix carry. Nope, don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Can't do it. Nope, no way. You literally said that for months until you tried it. And now you carry appendix every goddamn day.
Well, not every day.
I was going to bring it. That's one thing I wanted to bring up.
It's like, it doesn't make sense, Sam. But back to the original of what is enough is enough. What is enough? Miles brings up a good point. When you start printing, you have too much. Back it off.
Well, that's not necessarily true. It depends what it is. It depends how you're carrying. If you're carrying like an idiot, you can print with a micro compact.
Yeah.
I could conceal just about anything.
Don says if you can carry a flashlight and a knife, you can carry an extra mag. No, because the chances that I'm ever gonna use an extra mag, or probably the chances that I'm even gonna fucking use my gun, are slim to none my entire life.
So I carry one.
The chances that because I might, but the chances of that I'm gonna have to use an extra mag are astronomically smaller than that. And I literally use a knife and a flashlight 10, 15, 20 times a day, literally. So those make sense for me to carry, but an extra mag does not make sense for me personally to carry.
There's no problem with that. There's plenty of people that don't carry extra mags. I would say it's probably the majority of people don't carry extra mags.
I think it's a personal decision, and I've made my decision.
And I think you're stupid and wrong.
You
so
sons of bitches are never going to change my mind.
I feel like he just won't change his mind now, just on the principle of it. I mean, like, God damn it, I really want to carry an extra mag, but I told those guys 4.5 years ago that I wasn't going to do it. Fuck.
I wanted to bring this up. I wanted to bring this up earlier when you brought up him finally switching to appendix. How long do you think until he finally opens up to carrying an extra mag?
He's gonna have a cool.
Do we want?
He's gonna have a cool gear under 50 here in like fucking a year from now. He's gonna be like, check out these mag carriers. They're so awesome. They're small. They fit right next to your holster if you carry an appendix. I wear mine every day.
No, actually the very first cool gear under 50 was the Neo mag, and that is the
that
mag,
goes in your pocket though.
That's the carrier that I use when I want to carry an extra mag.
I kind of want to.
You said you don't do that.
Make a bet here and write it down and take notes.
Yeah.
If I am going more than 100 miles away, I carry an extra mag. If I'm not, I don't.
Oh fuck! More than 100 miles away, I'm packing extra magazine, fucking all sorts of.
I got boxes of ammo. I got all kinds of shit.
Well, I mean, my go bag is another whole deal. My go bag, I go everywhere with that, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know. Do you want to go further into this? Into the what is enough? Like beyond concealed carry, that kind of, you can go like Sam's talking about his go bag. What do you need to keep in a go bag? What do you need to keep in your safe? How much ammo do you need? How many calibers? Should you have a bunch of calibers or should you only have a few calibers? And how much is enough if you have how many guns of each of those calibers? I mean, you could really go down the rabbit hole with this, Box.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was a pretty vague question. So can we all at least like somewhat agree then? Carry as much as you can reasonably use and conceal and competently use. That would be enough.
I would say, yeah. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with using, I don't want to say comfortable carrying because let's all be realistic. Carrying a firearm pointing at your dick is not that comfortable. You just get used to it.
No, I disagree. I think comfortable is an important part of the conversation. I don't think you should carry something every day if it's causing you pain,
physically comfortable.
Right. Yeah. I think if it's causing you pain, no, don't carry it. But like, it's obviously you're putting a very large item in a region that is fairly sensitive.
I do that every day, Johnson.
In your fucking dreams, Sam.
What's his name?
But you're going to be uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. When you first start carrying, you're going to be uncomfortable. It does take a while to get used to. You just got to get used to it. So I don't want to say that you're comfortable with carrying, but whatever you're competent with, don't carry a tourniquet if you don't know how to apply it. Don't carry a flashlight if you use it maybe once a month. A handheld light. Like I use my handheld light. I think I put probably new batteries in it twice a month because I use it so much. I use it every day for probably 15 to 30 minutes a day. This fucking thing. But I mean, knife, flashlight, tourniquet, pistol, extra bag. I mean, I don't know how far do you go? Yeah. I think this is definitely a conversation that we could certainly continue for the next hour. Because or three. Topic that I love talking about. Nathan says the go bag and get home bag contexts are good topics. Absolutely. I think that's something that I may even write a little article about that or something, put it on the website, maybe a video of some sort, because I'm really getting back into that. I went through my go bag just the other day and I'm kind of getting back into that sort of thing right now. So definitely be something we'll touch on again here before too long.
Well, should we move on to the final segment?
I think we probably should.
I don't know. I kind of want to argue with Sam more, but sure.
I'm
for the sake of time,
you can keep arguing with me if you want. I mean, we got more to talk about. So.
All right. This is our final segment of the night. This is Cool Gear with Sam. Under $50.
Yeah, I got a hell of a cool. You guys are just absolutely gonna love this. This is
the
coolest thing.
I have a hard time believing that.
This is the coolest thing I got under $50 right now. This is, hold on, the toilet bucket lid. Oh, this is fantastic, you guys. I'm just gonna. What do you guys think about this? I'm just fucking with you guys. Not really. I'm just kidding you, Gomers. That is not really what I'm going to talk about. Actually, I got two really interesting topics tonight. This first one is similar to the one that I talked about last week or 2 weeks ago, which was the Sog Baton. This is a Q2. I like this one so much. And keep in mind that this cool gear under $50 is shit that I enjoy and I use, and I will put my seal of approval on. This Sog Q2, I absolutely love. I've been using it for about a month now. So I went ahead and bought the Sog Q1. Now this is it's a really cool little deal. It looks just like a pen. I mean, it is slightly bigger round than a pen. You can still write with it really easily. But the deal with this one is, first and foremost, obviously it is a pen. So there's a little slide button here, moves it forward, and then you can write with it. The ink is blue. I didn't like that, but I'm pretty sure you can change it out. I don't like blue ink. And now on the very back, it does have the same tools on the Q2, bottle opener, screwdriver. But this is a cool deal with this one. It's a scissors inside. So this is, if you're going to be like, say you're in a professional environment, an office, something like that, this would definitely be a tool that I would be using. And fun fact here, I'm going to a week from tomorrow, I'm going to Vegas, and I spoke to a TSA agent, and he told me that supposedly I should be able to fly on the plane with this. I don't do check bags, so I'm going to see if I can get this through airport security. We'll see or not. Obviously, I can't do this previous one because it's got a blade on it. They don't allow you to take that shit on airplanes. I'm going to try and see if this one works. Anyway, the way that this comes apart is you just pull it and it comes out in kind of an angle like that. And then there's where your scissors are. So when you put it back together, you don't want to go just straight because obviously it won't work. You got to go at the angle like that. So it's a nice cool little toy, a cool little tool. I've been using it the past, I don't know, week or so. And I think I really like this one as well. It's definitely an option. Like I said, if you're in an office environment, you could switch out between this guy, the Q1, the Q2, and then I'm going to get a Q3 as well. The Q3 is more legit, more of a multi-tool. It's got a lot more shit into it. It's more expensive. It's still under $50. This one was only, I think it comes in at like 20 some bucks. So it's fairly cheap. Cool little toy. I'm digging it. Don says next week update, Sam gets arrested by TSA. We'll see. Possibly. We'll see. I don't know.
God, that would just sure be funny.
So
I don't know about funny.
let me get this straight. This is a pen with scissors in it.
Yep. It's a pen with scissors and a bottle opener and a screwdriver. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Well, if you're not, if there's environments where you can't carry a knife or something like that, you're in a professional environment, you want to use this every day. This is literally a pen you could use in the office all day long, and nobody would ever second guess it. Nobody would ever think that it's anything else other than that, which is the cool part of it. That's I think it's a nice little concealable deal. And really, if it came down to it, and you got to stab somebody, I think it's still gonna. That's still gonna fuck them up. It is what it is. You could use this as a defensive weapon if you had to. That is, I don't like being without a knife. I fucking hate it. I don't leave the house. I don't even go over to my girlfriend's house without a tool on me. So this
I could make a comment there, but I'll leave it alone.
You could, pervert. But anyway, this is the reason. Part of the reason I bought this is because at least it's something. It's a fucking blade. It can do something. It can open packages. And frankly, this little fucker works great when the scissors work fantastic. I've cut several different types of material with this thing. I'm super happy with it. So this is in my rotation to carry things, definitely, along with the Q2. And then I just have a little bonus thing for you guys tonight. This is something I've had for probably 6, 7, 8 years. I don't even know when I got it, but I got this in a tack pack years and years ago.
Fuck tack pack.
I got this. I used to subscribe to it, and I enjoyed it, but I felt like I was getting just so much trash at the same time that I just stopped it because I could spend whatever it was, $20 a month on buying legit things. But I did get some cool things from it. And this is probably the coolest piece that I got from it. This is the Cattleman's Cutlery. What the hell is it called here? It is the Ranch Hand multi-tool. And I searched for this. This thing is discontinued. You cannot buy this anywhere else anymore, except I did find it on YouTube. You can still, eBay. You can still buy this thing on eBay, and it retails for $29. This thing is cool as shit. It's got it's got the knife in it. It's just so it's basically a typical regular pocket knife, liner lock on it. And then on the back side, it's got a Phillips head screwdriver, a can opener, and the last one is a screwdriver, a straight screwdriver, and a bottle opener. And then on the other side, and this is the coolest thing about this. This is the coolest thing. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I love that. I just sit here. It's like a fidget toy. I just sit here and do this with it. But this is like a legit pair of pliers. Like this is sturdy. I mean, it's just a nice pair of pliers. You could do some serious damage with this thing. Whatever you have to do with it. It's sturdy. I love it. And for $29, this thing's like a steal to me. It locks open until you hit this button again, and then you can fold it down. But this is just a legit little pocket tool, something that you can actually carry in your pocket and be comfortable with. I've never carried like the Gerber multi-tools or anything like that, just because they seem like too much in my pocket. But this is something that, depending on what I was doing and where I was going that day, this could actually fuck you, Box. This actually seems like something that a fella could carry and be comfortable with. So if you're interested in it, go and search on eBay, Cattleman's Cutlery Ranch Hand Multi-Tool. This thing is a badass little deal, and it's in my go bag. I was going through my go bag again this week because we're going out camping here on Saturday. I found this again, and this is definitely staying in the bag. I love it. So check it out if you're interested in another multi-tool for sure.
God, you should work for QVC.
Why?
Fucking infomercial motherfucker right there. God damn.
Maybe that's, instead of this segment, we should make infomercials with you, Sam. Like the over dramatized fucking. Yeah. Do you ever struggle opening your cans of jars?
Fuck you both. I'm just passionate about the shit that I like, so I'm gonna I am
really excited by gas station pocket knives.
Hey, this is not a gas station pocket knife.
Okay.
Well, not anymore. It's an eBay pocket knife.
Right.
I dig it. I
could probably buy one on Blades Central at fucking 2 a.m. on channel 11.
Actually, I literally could not find this anywhere. I Googled it. It's out of stock everywhere. Some websites say discontinued, so I assume they stopped making it, but there are still some for sale on eBay. I may very well purchase several of these and maybe give them away in the Subscribe Star. Eventually, I don't know. We'll see. So guys, go check out the link in the Subscribe Star. It's pinned is it at the top for most people or at the bottom? I don't know. There's a pin.
Bottom on Facebook, top on YouTube.
Just look around. You'll find it.
Yep. You can go, and like I said, it's as of 2 weeks from now, the next Gears and Beers, we're giving away a t-shirt, whether it be this one or any of the ones on our website, for any of our Subscribe Star patrons. They will be getting a t-shirt or of their choosing. So go and check that out. For as little as 50 cents an episode, you can support us. You can support us poor freedom lovers. That's all I got to say about that.
If you order right now, we'll send you 2 pen scissors absolutely free.
But wait, there's more.
You're goddamn right. Hey, you would be lucky to get this pen scissors. This thing's fucking awesome.
Yep, sure.
I hate you guys.
We're freedom lovers. We're gun lovers. We're gun nuts. We love all the cool shit. You know what we have for the coolest gear under $50 this week? A pen with scissors in it.
Hey, fuck you, man. No. And also, you forgot the fucking toilet seat, man.
I chose to forget the toilet seat.
The look on your guys' the look on YouTube's faces when I said it was a toilet seat, you're just like, is he fucking kidding?
Never know with you, Sam, because that sure is innovative.
I wasn't really registering what was going on at that point.
Well, I had to buy one just because, like I said, we're going out camping and didn't want the old lady having her shit in the woods or whatever.
You didn't want to shit in the woods, is what you're saying.
Actually, no. We're only going out Saturday morning. Probably come home Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon. So I probably won't even have to go while we're out there.
Yeah, I would be right there with you.
Yeah, whatever reason, when I go on vacation, my body just goes into lockdown mode.
Nope.
It's like, well, I've been here 4 days. I suppose I should probably, do something about this.
I don't have a problem in hotels, but anywhere other than hotels and home, can't do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we probably
This
don't need to talk
conversation's taking a downturn.
bowel movements.
You guys are welcome.
We've probably done way too much talking about our shitting habits on this podcast before.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, I suppose that's going to be the end of the road for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for
It's a long, dark road.
coming and hanging out. I noticed we did have a few people over on YouTube. We had some people watching from Facebook, but nobody on Twitch, which is where the chat goes through from our website. That's where we want you guys. Go watch on YouTube. That's where the cool shit is. Fuck YouTube. What?
I thought you said go watch on YouTube. You mean go watch on the website?
On our website. Yes, that's what I mean. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, lifeshortlivefree.com. That's where we want you to be. That's where we want you to watch from.
Freedom!
That would be awesome.
Go there. Check it out.
As Sam said a few minutes ago, check out our Subscribe Star for all sorts of super exciting perks. I promise there's no pen scissors that are going to be involved in that. Wait, did he promise that earlier?
No, I said I might give away one of these bad boys, but I haven't decided yet.
That's what it was. Okay. Once again, thank you everyone for stopping by. Check out our sponsors, Shyworks, on Facebook at shyworks.com, along with Ballistic Imagery, also on Facebook and ballisticimagery.com. I don't know what else I have to say. What am I forgetting? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting.
Don says this show has gotten shitty. I see what you did there. Clever. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got, guys. Make sure you're checking out the podcast on the website, lifeshortlivefree.com and major podcast providers, and spreading it to your friends. If you like freedom, your friends like freedom, make sure they know about us and help us get the word out. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Till we talk to you then, remember, life short, live free. God bless. God bless the United States of America.
And defund the ATF.